Someone else's opinion has become heavier to you than Allah's. Not because you stopped believing, but because somewhere along the way, your fear was quietly reordered. Think about the last mistake you made. What kept you awake? The fact that Allah already knew, or the possibility that someone else might find out? For most of us, the honest answer is uncomfortable, because Allah already knew. He knew before it happened, and somehow that isn't what kept us awake. The opinion of someone who cannot benefit you or harm you except by Allah's permission felt heavier than the knowledge of the one who created you. This is not a small contradiction. It is one of the clearest signs of where the heart actually places its fear, not where it claims to, where it actually does. Allah describes people who fear the people as they should fear Allah, or with an even greater fear. Think about that for a moment. This verse was revealed about believers, people who prayed, people who believed in Allah sincerely, people who still found themselves shaped more by what others would think than by what Allah already knew. So let's be honest about how this actually appears in our lives. You don't post the truth, you post the version that won't be judged. You don't say no, you say, let me think about it, because disappointing people feels more dangerous than disappointing Allah quietly. You delay the prayer until you're alone, not because the time is wrong, but because praying in front of certain people feels more uncomfortable than delaying it before Allah. None of this is dramatic hypocrisy. It is something quieter, more human. The heart naturally fears what it can immediately see and forgets the one it cannot. The unseen always feels less urgent than the immediate, even though the unseen is the only thing that will remain. Here is what makes this fear so costly. Every time you let someone's opinion outweigh Allah's knowledge, you hand them authority over your heart that Allah never gave them. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever seeks to please people by displeasing Allah, Allah becomes displeased with him and makes the people displeased with him too." Read that twice. The very thing you feared losing, their approval, is not even guaranteed by abandoning Allah for it. You can lose both. People are not a safe place to put your fear. They change their minds, they forget, they judge you today, and tomorrow they move on with their lives. Yet you built your decisions around their approval. Allah does not change. His knowledge of you is complete, constant, and infinitely merciful. This is the imbalance worth correcting, not by pretending you no longer care what people think. Islam does not ask you to become emotionless. It asks you to reorder your fears. So the next time you hesitate, ask yourself one question. Whose judgment am I protecting myself from right now? If the honest answer is someone who cannot benefit or harm you except by Allah's permission, let that fear shrink to its true size, and let the fear of Allah return to the place it was always meant to hold. Because the people whose opinions consume you today will not stand beside you when you stand before Allah. Only Allah will. Fear Him first. Everything else becomes lighter after that. If this reached something in you, share it with someone who needs to hear it, not for the channel, for them. Jazakallahu khairan.